So I used to live in this haunted house in Margate, Florida. And one night I'm on my computer watching TV, and I catch something out of the corner of my eye. And I knew I saw something, so I turned my chair around. I sat there like this, sat there for like 5 minutes. The next thing I know is this face comes peeking around the corner again. And she see me staring at her, she jumped back. I knew it was real. We looked at each other dead in the eye. And I think I scared her more than she scared me. But I never seen her again after that. Well, back around the mid-'80s, I'm up in Tampa Bay area for truck rodeo at the company I used to work. We stayed in this hotel, which was actually a bunch of small cottages. So it's like the first night we were there, and everybody's sleeping. I'm laying on the couch watching a movie. All of a sudden, I got a cold blast of air on the side of my face. It was just freezing cold. And then all of a sudden, it felt like somebody was breathing on it. Then there was this lady voice goes in my ear. "What are you doing here?" Scared the holy crap out of me. I was there for a couple more nights and never slept in there. Didn't tell nobody. I didn't want to feel stupid. But it was just one scary time. So another time at this haunted house we lived in, I used to get up early in the morning and I used to let my dog Cody out through the backyard, and he'd run around the other side of the house, do his business, and then come running back. When he always came back, he always ran over the deck that used to be in the backyard there, and he got halfway crossing and just stopped and just froze. Kept calling him to come back, and he wouldn't move, just stayed frozen. So finally I got out and went to go get him. I get right near him, and all I hear is this knock. Right where he was standing. So I reached down, picked him up, and grabbed him, and went back in the house. It was just amazing. Right where he was at, that's where the knock was, and the dog would not move.
All right, guys, something really, really weird just happened. So as I'm getting the footage of the pictures of the house that Chris is talking about, the haunted house, I went to Zillow, I typed in the little address, and I took some snippets of the house so we can show you guys actually, the inside of the house, the back deck. And as we're talking and filming and stuff like that, Chris's daughter happens to see the picture, and she says there's caution tape on the back of the deck. So we zoom in, and there's yellow caution tape on there as if something happened, and it looks like something was like dug up or something of the deck. Now, here's the kicker. I tell Chris what I see, and he says, "Oh my God, I've always thought there was something buried back there." So without him even looking at the picture at all, he said, "Tom, I'm going to tell you the spot that I feel that something was always buried." So he said, "Is it in the back to the right, like 3/4 of the way down, and then like almost to the back?" Is exactly. So I showed it to him, and he about had a heart attack. He's had like 8 cigarettes since then, 2 shots of whiskey, and he's like in freak out mode. So I'm gonna let him say, because he says he has something else to say about it that I haven't heard yet. So I'm gonna turn it over to him.
So anyways, what I want to tell you now that that's happened and stuff like that, and freaking give me tingles all over. Well, let me tell you what my feelings were about that spot. I feel there's an ancient Indian burial ground there, and there was an Indian that's buried in that spot. An Indian. Something with Indians. I keep getting the feeling something about Indians there, and there's an Indian buried there. And that's the feeling I got back when we lived there, and I still feel that. I got freaking goosebumps now just thinking of it. I just can't even think straight again.
We tried Googling the address to see if anything came up with anyone buried or anything like that, because it's really weird, because Chris has really, really true experiences with this stuff. And now we see the caution tape on the deck, and it's just like, it's the weirdest thing ever. And it's just a big mystery, and I'm hoping to kind of delve into see why the caution tape was there, what was going on, what happened, and when did it happen? Is it in India?
So when I lived in this sort of house in Margate there, one night we were playing the Wii bowling, and I went out to the kitchen to make myself a drink. Caitlin followed me out there, and we were talking and stuff. I had my back toward the sink, and above the sink there was a picture that said "Home Sweet Home." All of a sudden, the picture just blows out from behind. Glass went flying at us, and then Caitlin looks at me. She goes, "What happened to you?" And I had 3 claw marks going down here, 3 claw marks going down here. Weird for you. It didn't hurt, didn't burn or nothing, but they were there. We found the hook to the picture, flew out of the kitchen, came like this, and around the hallway down there. And that's where we found the hook. There's no way possible that hook could have been there. That was scary that night. So when I was living up in Connecticut, first experience I remember about paranormal stuff, I lived in a house on Colony Street in Wallingford, Connecticut, and right across the street, facing the front of my house, was a cemetery. I used to bring the dog out at night to walk the dog, and every single night I would see a shadow figure going from one tombstone to another tombstone, and it was the same 2 tombstones every night. So it had to be a residual thing, because it was the same 2 tombstones. He would come out from behind one and run to the next one, and it was just a big dark shadow figure. Like, that's how I started being in tune to some of the paranormal stuff that happened to me throughout my life. The last thing that happened in this house, we're moving out, and I went back there just to make sure I didn't leave anything behind, a final checklist. And I was getting ready to leave, and I go to grab the doorknob, and I was probably 6 or more inches away from it. And all of a sudden, all the doors in the whole house, the bathroom doors, the bedroom doors, all slammed shut at the same time. Don't know if all the slamming of the doors was telling me to either get out or don't leave. It was like closing everything, keeping you in there. But I think I want to miss it.